In Phase 5, it pays to take action by creating a strategy that uses the information you've gathered to reach your goals for your local school or community. You've conducted your data assessment where you've identified your focus, plus you already completed a resource assessment. That's going to tell you what is already happening in your community to impact this focus. Now, you will use this information to create an appealing and useful document that will be focused on meeting the needs of the youth in your area. The team that you have created has gotten you to this point. It's important to utilize this team to ensure you have the right people in your group who are comfortable with creating charts and tables, proofreading and editing, and graphic design. If you need to add individuals with these skill sets, lean on your current team members to help you create a group that can help enhance your plan's reach, integrity, and design. In Step 2, it's time to lay out your data and the conclusions made based on that data. Once your audience understands your conclusions, you can make data-informed recommendations to be implemented in your schools and communities. You can organize your action plan into 4 sections. First section, the executive summary, is where you will give a brief synopsis of the analysis process, focusing on key findings and recommendations. Next, the introduction is where you will show why the plan was developed and why this plan is important and how it can be used. At this point in the action plan, you're going to want to give a brief overview of prevention science, plus tell your audience who was on your team. The third section is the profile, results, and goal section. Here, you will discuss the focus area of your report, meaning the school district, set of school districts, or an entire county. You'll also explain the gaps analysis overview and the evidence-based programs review. Here is where you're going to start to establish your goals. In the conclusion and recommendation section of the action plan, you will draw conclusions for your audience about the data and the resource assessments. You can review your recommendations related to the decisions made by the assessment team. If you're looking for more detailed information on these 4 sections and information on how to develop appendices, check out the graph on page 57 of the PAYS guide. When you are finished with your action plan, in some cases, this is where the real work begins. You should consider other planning efforts happening in your local area and identify how your action plan fits into that overall strategy. This work could be vitally important to families and other organizations doing similar work. Thanks to the PAYS, in addition to including student-reported data on behaviors, perceptions, and attitudes, you also get data on risk and protective factors in your local region. There are a few things to consider after you've completed Module 5. The first thing you should think about is if you form the right partnerships with key stakeholders that are going to help you reach your long-term goals. Also, your action plan is an excellent tool to use for successful grant writing and overall resource development. For the PAYS guide and a full list of PA prevention coalitions, check out Penn State's EPIS website or email epis@psu.edu.